Okay, I'm back, y'all, in Divine and Grateful Risings. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to the message. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling good. You know what to do, ski booski. Like the live, share the love. Drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Let's get in the flow of abundance. Okay, let's get in the flow of abundance, y'all. And make sure if you haven't already, turn your notifications on. So hit the little bell so you're notified anytime I go live or post a video. So let me just tell y'all, I had no intentions of recording today. I had a really busy morning, and then all of a sudden I was sitting here and I kind of heard it for a second. I heard the Lord say, "Hey, you need to go to work." And then I was like, Lord, it's like 4 o'clock. It is literally 16:03 here in Southern California. And I had no intentions of recording today. And then all of a sudden I felt the urge again. So I had to go ahead. Y'all, I ain't had no makeup on, no lashes, no Nathaniel. So I was just like, well, you know what? If the Lord say to do it, then do it. So some of you, there may be something, and it's got to be swift message, but you just got to get it out. You got to go ahead and get it done. So all let's do it. Let's get into Bible clarity. We are in the book of Proverbs, y'all. We are in the book of Proverbs. I don't know how many videos I'm going to get a chance to record today because the sun already going down. I just feel like some of y'all, there may be something and you feel like you're running out of time. Or for others of you, there may be like a last minute invitation and you're going to be like, OMG, do I have something to wear? Or how am I going to get my hair done in time? Or my nails done in time? Or get a haircut in time? Something like that. But I feel like you're going to make it in just the nick of time. Okay, so let's see what Proverbs 7 look. And this is on, we're using the which one is this? We're using the NIV today. I'm reading out of the NIV, and literally this is on page 567. Okay, so Proverbs 7, 8, 9, that's what we're doing today. And then we gonna get the message and see, because I felt like something was like, you ain't got time to wait, no delay. You got to go ahead and get this done. So let's do it. Let's get to it. Here we go. Warning against the adulterous woman or man, because it meant this. Spirit them say, hey, y'all, message. My son, keep my words and store up my commands within you. Keep my commands and you will live. Guard my teachings as the apple of your eye. Come on, Rick Ross. He got a song called Apple of My Eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the table of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and to insight, you are my relative. They will keep you from the adulterous woman, from the wayward woman with her seductive words. At the window of my house, I looked down through the lattice. I saw among the simple, I noticed among the young men a youth who had no sense. Not the sense God gave a maggot. He was going down the street near her corner, walking along in the direction of her house. At twilight, as the day was fading, as the dark of night set in, he finna go get. Then out came a woman to meet him, dressed like a prostitute with a crafty intent. A strumpet. She is unruly and defiant. Her feet never stay at home. Now in the streets, the streets is for everybody. Now in the squares, at every corner she lurks. She took hold of him and kissed him, and with a blazing face, she said, today I fulfill my vows, and I have food from my fellowship offering at home. So I came out to meet you. I have looked for you and have found you. I have covered my bed with colored linens from Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let's drink deeply of love till morning. Y'all, this is seductiveness. Let's enjoy ourselves with love. My husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He took his purse filled with money and will not be home till full moon. With persuasive words, she led him astray. She seduced him with her smooth talk. All at once he followed her, like an ox going to the slaughter, like a deer stepping into a noose, till an arrow pierces his liver, like a bird darting into a snare, little knowing it will cost him his life. Now then, my sons, listen to me. Pay attention to what I say. Do not let your heart turn to her or his ways or stray into her paths. Many are the victims she has brought down. Her slain are a mighty throng. Her house is a highway to the grave, leading down to the chambers of death. I don't know if these little feloniums that wrote the Bible just didn't like women or what. I mean, I was just saying because, baby, the way they be talking about this is not every woman. And it's a male who I was finna call them. It's some of them. They got little strumpet in their spirituals, dude, men and women. Don't play wisdom's call. Why they just talk about women like men ain't out here strumpeting and slanging community D. Anyway, I'm back. Wisdom's call. Does not wisdom call out? Does not understanding raise her voice? At the highest point along the way where the paths meet, she takes her stand. Beside the gate leading into the city, at the entrance, she cries aloud. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me turn the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. To you, O people, I call out. I raise my voice to all mankind. You who are simple, gain prudence. You who are foolish, set your hearts on it. Listen, for I have trustworthy things to say. I open my lips to speak what is right. My mouth speaks what is true, for my lips detest wickedness. All the words of my mouth are just. None of them is crooked or perverse. To the discerning, all of them are right. They are upright to those who have found knowledge. Choose my instructions instead of silver, knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is more precious than rubies, and nothing you desire can compare with her. I, wisdom, dwell together with prudence. I possess knowledge and discretion. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior and perverse speech. Counsel and sound judgment are mine. I have insight. I have power. Come on. I have insight. I have power. By me, kings reign and rulers issue decrees that are just. By me, princes govern and nobles, all who rule on earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me find me. With me are riches and honor, enduring wealth and prosperity. My fruit is better than fine gold. What I yield surpasses choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness, along the paths of justice, bestowing a rich inheritance on those who love me and making their treasuries full. I'm going to try to turn that off for a second because it's starting to cool down. The Lord brought me forth as the first of his works, before his deeds of old. I was formed long ages ago at the very beginning when the world came to be. Pause. I'm going to say this, and y'all not asking, this is just my opinion. Some people, when we talk about the Lord, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, I really look at things, Mother, Father, God, taking how, if you know, okay? Wisdom is the divine feminine. Jesus is the divine masculine. Does that make sense? If you'll either understand this or you weren't, but I one thing for certain, two things for sure. There's no way that God just created man and that's it. Because if that was the case, why would you need a woman to give birth to the man? If you know, you know. And so the divine feminine energy, which is stillness, it's wisdom, it's receptive, it's your intuition, it's the inner knowing, the Holy Spirit, if you will. I know many refer to the Holy Spirit as a man, but God is not just a man. Hence everything being given birth through the woman. Anyway, so when I read the wisdom books like this that we're reading, Proverbs, this is what gave me the understanding, even in this very verse, when she says, I was formed long ages ago, at the very beginning when the world came to be. When there were no watery depths, I was given birth. When there were no springs overflowing with water, before the mountains were settled in place, before the hills, I was given birth. Before he made the world or its fields or any of the dust of the earth. The Bible will tell you that it's Mother, Father, God. Anyway, I was there when he set the heavens in place, when he marked out the horizon on the face of the deep, when he established the clouds above and fixed securely the fountains of the deep, when he gave the sea its boundary so the waters would not overstep his command, and when he marked out the foundations of the earth. Then I was constantly at his side. I was filled with delight day after day, rejoicing always in his presence. rejoicing in his whole world and delighting in mankind. If you know, you know. Now then, my children, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways, listen to my instruction, and be wise. Do not disregard it. Blessed are those who listen to me, watching daily at my doors, waiting at my doorway. For those who find me find life and receive favor from the Lord. But those who fail to find me harm themselves. All who hate me love death. Invitations to wisdom and folly. Proverbs 9. Wisdom has built her house. She has set up its 7 pillars. She has prepared her meat and mixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has sent out her servants, and she calls from the highest point to the city. Let all who are simple come to my house. To those who have no sense, she says, come, eat my food and drink the wine I have mixed. Leave your simple ways and you will live. Walk in the way of insight. What is insight? Intuition. Your spirituals, when your intuition knows be talking to you. Whoever corrects a mocker invites insults. Whoever rebukes the wicked incurs abuse. Do not rebuke mockers or they will hate you. Rebuke the wise and they will love you. Instruct the wise and they will be wiser still. Teach the righteous and they will add to their learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. For through wisdom your days will be many, and years will be added to your life. If you are wise, your wisdom will reward you. If you are a mocker, you alone will suffer. Folly is an unruly woman. She is simple and knows nothing. She sits at the door of her house on a seat at the highest point of the city, calling out to those who pass by, who go straight on their way. Let all who are simple come to my house. To those who have no sense, she says, stolen water is sweet. Food eaten in secret is delicious. But little do they know that the dead are there, that her guests are deep in the realm of the dead. The end. So, like I said, y'all can go back and read this and listen. You feel how you want to feel, but one thing I know is that the Lord is it's not a man's world. Okay, I'm sorry. I feel, and who's gonna check me? I meant it, said it. It's not a man's world. We need both. Okay, well, some people, if you do your research, some people say that the women is the ones that carries all the chromosomes and things. And so anyway, I'm not here for all of that. We're gonna get into the message. Let me say this for whoever this is for. Today that I'm recording this is the 19th of December. I don't know what day y'all this will actually be out. One day, I don't know. I think I'm gonna skip Christmas, but one day next week maybe this message will be recorded. I think I'm about 5 or 6 days out right now, but I feel like there's some finality that is coming in for some of you. There may be a decision. There's something, because it's a lot of like ending energy that's happening. Look, there go the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Receive it. Some of you, it's like you're closing out real chapters and cycles. It's like, you drop this in the chat. My 2025 is different. Like my 2025 is different. You going into 2025 with a completely different attitude, expecting your 2025 to be so much different than this last year of your life. But I will say this for whoever needs this, give yourself credit, be proud of yourself, because even if your 24 was a little, could be a little chaotic, or you went through some struggles and some things in this year, it feels like you still made it. Drop that in the chat. I still made it though. Like you made it out, making it into 2025. And there are many that didn't. So, let's do it. Let's get to it. What's today? Today is Thursday. So it really, as y'all know, I be trying to say, like, today is gratitude. Make sure you drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Many of us, it's like cycles that we didn't think that we could overcome. We actually have overcome them. Do it. What's the message? We have the Queen of Swords that is coming out first. This is clear, direct, to the point. Okay, calculated. This is intentional. The Queen of Swords is always, for me, it is what I'm trying to say, Aquarius, like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, perceptive, wisdom. You better say, look at that. Y'all see wisdom on there? Wisdom. Okay. So scrutinize, direct, clear-headed. Some of you are making decisions and you're not coming from an emotional place, but this is also being very clear and direct. What y'all got to say? What y'all finna communicate? What's coming up in the present position, Lord? The Eight of Cups. It's been coming up a lot. The need to walk away, walking away, the end of a cycle. Didn't I say that? This is like finality, y'all. That as we're tied, we're how y'all said that? Cleaning up loose ends, tidying things up, getting prepared to move into a new season, elevation, freedom, burning bridges that need to be burned, and walking. And then not every bridge does not need to be burned. Okay. Sometimes you just got to cross a bridge, but you want to leave it intact because you never know. Sometimes you got to go back, right? Bars. Sometimes you got to go back. But some of you, there's some bridges that you're burning and there's no going back. Hey, okay, I'm back. What else? We finna clarity it and see you, child. Look, and this Five of Cups literally fell back here on this Queen. Y'all want to go back here? What's done is done. I just heard no regret. So some of you, there's no regret. Some of you, because this is kind of coming up in the past position. So remember, I think this week, if I'm not mistaken, there's a message and it's just like, man, there may be a hard truth. Whatever message it was. Oh, Lord, wait a minute. Wait a minute, y'all. Now, y'all can't be throwing stuff falling. I'm about to say it felt like was it only 3? Let me make sure, child, because nope. I knew there was another one down there somewhere. Look, all them cards fell. There may have been a conversation that pretty much was like a final, like it was a done deal for some of y'all. I know in one of the messages, it was like a hard truth, and I don't remember which message it was in. I don't even know, y'all. But it was like there was a hard truth or a hard conversation, a revelation, something that may have happened that is just allowing you to move on. There may be something that was revealed, could be around the Gemini full moon that happened back on the 15th, the day that Mercury went direct. It's like you just understanding and being real. Yeah, because what we're not going to do is this heat ain't going to be able to do it. So let's see what else. What else? Oh, look, this fell right up under the Eight of Cups. Okay, so some of you, this talks about holding on, stability, foundations, insecurities, being stubborn, guarded, realizing how something could have just been keeping you from this next level, child. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was, look, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. I don't know. We finna see. Something wasn't built on a solid foundation. Let me just say that. Like some of you, yes, cutting your losses, speaking your truth, something wasn't built on a solid foundation. Some of you, if this is like, you may be going on a new adventure, causing you to leave home, uproot, travel, something like that. But for others of y'all, there was something that was not built on a solid foundation. Somebody, which I mean, like, depression, disappointment, separation, isolation, wilderness season. Child, you can't do nothing about what you can't do nothing about. So let's see what's coming up in the future position. Y'all, these cards are falling everywhere. Like, for real. Maybe, I don't know, somebody been scattered or all over the place. Hey, Pam, you have the Chariot. I feel like now things are getting ready to you finna get a move on with the Chariot. Hey, Nikki, that's my Aunt Nikki. Progress, momentum. All it took was one step. Forward movement, victory, success, and overcoming obstacles, determination, realizing what is something, man. Listen, it'd be hard. I know, right? It'd be hard sometimes to let go of some stuff, man, but we just cannot stop our progress anymore. We cannot stop ourselves from moving forward. We're going to clarity this and see what else is coming out. Look, the Eight of Wands, Three of Cups. Some of y'all have some new partnerships. It feels like there are people coming to the rescue. This is not in the energy ain't passed yet. So clearly somebody still has this coming in. Something may be coming in a lot faster than you think. It's almost like the Queen of Swords. She does not do things from an emotional place. She's all head and no heart. Just true story. She's all head and no heart. Like, she keeps her emotions very much bottled up. I have a deck and it's somewhere back there, but it's like there's a Queen of Swords and she's sitting down and there's a little bitty heart, but it's like underneath some concrete. There's some bars over it. I can't think of the name of which deck it is, but that's the card that they're showing me. So for some of you, this is like you really not allowing your emotions to get the best of you and making decisions based upon what's best for you, not letting your heart get too involved. Does that make sense? Because some of you, it's like someone just, this ain't everybody message, but somebody could have been playing on your emotions. And that's what you finally realize, like, listen, man, I can't let you keep playing, like tap dancing on that chord or that string, or there was some kind of emotional attachment that had to be let go of. And so you had to make a decision based upon knowing that, like, okay, wait a minute, this could have been trauma back here. Doesn't have to be, look at there go the Lord. I can't make it up. This is like the Lord, maybe he had to show you something very specific. Some of you may be deciding to just follow the Lord and where he's leading and guiding and directing you. Exploration, going out to explore the world. Some of you graduated. This feels like a lesson. This Queen of Swords and this Five of Cups. Some of you, the Lord may have tested you to see, were you going to accept the same thing? Were you going to put up with the same thing? And that's why you had to step into this Queen of Swords energy, because if you hadn't, you could, this is, I don't, for whatever reason, this is giving trauma bonding. This is giving, like, maybe I feel like somebody completed a cycle, like you finally learned a lesson and completed a lesson and recognized something either within yourself or within someone else that could have just been keeping you tethered and anchored. And so it feels like you passed the test. So now the Lord's like, come on, now that you have some understanding, you can go, you can move in a new direction, you can move forward. Let's get the last card for this and see what this is going. Which would, I should have kept the World card. Here we go. And Spirit Nim said what Spirit Nim said. There go my mama. There go my mama at the bottom of the deck. I can't make it up. Thank you, Mom. So this is about facing the future without fear. Like, drop that in the chat. I'm faithful, not fearful. Okay. So some of you, this is about truly, you just don't even realize that there was, I don't know what this, let's put this at. We have the Two of Pentacles, the King of Swords. There go the King of Swords and the Star card. Yeah. And the Fool, the Devil, and I told y'all this was some kind of karmic cycle that's been completed. Yep. Some kind of karmic cycle has been completed. I'm fearful. I'm faithful and not fearful. The Star card, the Fool, going on a new adventure, leaving the devil in the past. Cause baby, what we ain't got time for is the enemy. Okay. It's almost like the enemy could have thought he had you, child, but it's you. It feels like not running game, child. Like you could have ran something on him. He wasn't prepared for you to maybe stand up for yourself. Message. I don't even know what that is, child. Who is that? Child, I don't even know who that was. Come on, email. Check your emails. Might be something in the email you need to pay attention to. Some of y'all might be waiting on something. I don't know what that was or why that would be importantness. I don't know nothing about that state, child. Okay, I'm back. Let's clarity this Queen of Swords, and somebody's regretting your loss. Let me say that. There may be someone who's going to speak up and say, man, you know, I really, I'm sorry. This could be an apology back here. This Queen of Swords, Five of Cups. This could be someone apologizing, but it's given a little bit of a little too late. Too little, too late. Thank y'all. That's a song. That's my song. It's just too little, too late. A little, I can't even think of the girl name, but anyway, it's like too little, too late. Someone look, the microphone, somebody maybe they want to speak up now, but it's too late for that. News trending, strong opinion, make known, public speaking. Okay, speaking your truth, communicate. Told y'all, the eclipse. I'm trying to tell somebody this something back here is a done deal. I told y'all, conceal, event, mask, upstage, transform, temporary block, sudden darkness, and reveal. Didn't I say something about the full moon? It wasn't an eclipse, but I feel like the full moon that we just had, especially in Gemini, was an opportunity. Go watch the message that I want to say I did it around the full moon in Gemini, and it was talking about communication, and there was like something that the Lord revealed to you that just really gave you clarity on how to move forward. Some of you, maybe you still need to have this conversation, but for the most part, y'all, these cards are all over the place today. It's like there's a lot of energy. The handcuffs, the coin. Who mad? Yeah, child, the enemy. I'm gonna show y'all what failed. I'm not gonna really go through all of them, but the enemy's mad. Or there could be someone who is realizing now that you've cut them off because they were an anchor. They were keeping you stuck. They were keeping you shackled. They just said somebody has not changed. And I don't know who this is in your life. Someone has not changed. It's like the revelation that has happened is that something hasn't changed. This could be a person. This could be someone that you have history with this Five of Cups. Somebody's a little regretful, but this talks about target, handicapped, held back. Some We had a message: detained by external forces, applying force, incapacitated, submit, feeling powerless. Let me say, oh y'all, oh child, whose message is this? Because y'all spirit animals is serious about this. The truth is the truth.com, and they said what they said. The thing about it is, some of you had to let this go in order to become the Empress, okay? In order to truly become who you're destined to be. Something back here in this background is very toxic. You got the handcuffs, the devil. You got the Black Widow, the devil, okay? And then it was like, it could have, I don't know. Let me just say this. Some of y'all, maybe you're not ready yet to release something or someone or someplace or something that you know is not good for you. But you can't become this. And that's what the Lord is calling you to do in order to truly step into this. Okay. As soon as it's almost like as soon as you make the decision, things will start going up. Things will start going that way for you. There's something toxic back here. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but there's something toxic back here. And it's almost like the Lord giving somebody a chance. They just said reformation, not transformation. It's like the Lord giving somebody a chance to change or grow, expand, something like that. And it feels like they chose not to do that, and you have. So that's why you're deciding to move in a new direction with this. Even it like turning your back on all of this back here and just deciding to follow God, because God said, listen, I know how hard it is. I think that we don't talk enough about, look, the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. I think that we don't talk. Let me back up a little bit and say this. The Lord has been calling me to talk about things that people are dealing with. Some of us, let's say you've been in your wilderness season, right? Everybody, most people, a lot of people, not everybody, a lot of people are still in their wilderness season because they don't know or understand how to either what's holding them back, what they need to break free from, whether it's a mindset, whether it's someone else, whether it's not believing in yourself, whether it's self-worth or how you look at yourself. A lot of us stay in the seasons and cycles that we're in because we don't realize the things that are actually keeping us tethered or anchored to the old version of ourselves. If you've been out here doing your work in the wilderness, right? You are going to get to a point, because they're giving this energy like someone is at a point where it's like you're trying to understand, and it's simply a matter of you growing and developing in something back here in your past. Someone in your past has not. I normally, y'all, if you've been rocking with me, y'all don't know I don't do a whole lot of readings about like love, or like I really don't focus on other people, because my whole goal is to help you heal the things within yourself. And for some of you, I just got to be honest, this Queen of Swords and this handcuffs is giving some narcissism. Like, and that has come up twice this week. There's another message and I don't even think it's posted yet, and I don't even think I've rewatched it yet, but it's giving someone who almost like plays on your emotions. Maybe they're stuck in a loop, and some kind of way they trying to keep you in that loop. Like, let's say, for example, how do I say that, y'all? Because Spirit Name is serious about this. It's like you sitting up with a friend or talking to someone, and all they have to talk about are things from the past that were hurtful. Like all they have to talk about are like who you used to be, or who how you used to act, or the things you used to do, like, oh, you used to turn up, oh, you remember how you used to be in the club or stuff like that. And first of all, we grown. Who's still doing it's some people who still doing that. Guess what? I hope, but I can't say this for everybody. You get to a certain age where that clubbing just ain't what it used to be. It was one thing when you in your 20s and 30s, and I mean early 30s. But once you get to a certain age, it's like you outgrow that kind of stuff. And there are some people who will never outgrow that. And more power to you. I'm not knocking you, but whoever this message is for, it's like you've outgrown some of those behaviors. It's like childish, right? And this is not knocking anybody who hasn't outgrown that season, but you have. And so you can't resonate with somebody who's still in the club, or who's still talking about turning up, or because once you get to a certain, like, it's like why people go through what you would call a midlife crisis, because you get to a certain age and you realize that you don't have as much time ahead of you as you have behind you. And so you really start looking at your life and reevaluating some things. And I pray this happen for people younger than what it happens for others. It's like you realize that there's still things you want to accomplish. There's still things you want to do. And the earlier that you figure that out, the earlier that you break yourself free, the less you'll have, the less it's like, you don't want to be like, even me, y'all know I'm 21 plus tax, don't play. But it's like, you don't want to, it's like, if you have to start your life over in the middle of your life, that's not a flex. I mean, people, we do it all the time, because I've done it and am doing that, and there's nothing wrong with it. But this message, oh, come on, Spirit. This message is to encourage someone who may be a little younger. Start now. And for those of you who are, let's say, in the middle of your life, because I have certain age ranges that I know that watch me, and it's typically like mid 30s to mid 40s. It's not too late for you to break free and do what it is that you want to do. For some of you, that's what the Lord is calling you to do. Like, it's okay to start over. Age doesn't really matter, but the earlier that we get it, the better it is, because the more time you have to enjoy this. Does that make sense? I don't know who needed that message, and I hope it makes sense. Like, it's never too late to start on this new adventure. Just like it's never too late to give your life to the Lord. It's never too late to rebuild your foundation. The earlier the better. But even if it ain't early for you anymore, that don't mean you ain't supposed to do it. And for some of you, the Lord is like, listen, you need to go ahead and do this now, because you don't want to have the regrets. Does that make sense? Some of you, that's what you're battling with, like the regrets of, because it's easy to fall into this mindset of, I don't have enough time. You have more than enough time. You just have to stop procrastinating and just say, okay, you know what? I'm just going to do it, because if not now, when? Drop that in the chat. If not now, when? And some of you, in order to truly step into this, you had to move on from some things so you can truly create your destiny, so you can truly step into this next cycle. This card also talks about karma. I told y'all there was some karmic cycle that has broken back here, some hold or something, that it feels like either you did it or your spirit names, y'all did it. Your spirit names had a hand in it. And that may be why, like, somebody, they could be being revealed to you. There can something being shown to you. The truth is the truth.com. The truth is being shown to you, because not the baby. I'm telling y'all that something's being shown to you, because if you don't break free from this, it's going to keep holding you up from stepping into your destiny. Okay. Look, the person of fire was at the bottom of the deck. So just saying, what else? We have some of y'all boredom with, this is like 4 of Cups energy, apathetic, disinterested. Okay. For some of you, this is what, remember we were talking about, we mentioned this narcissist person. Which part y'all want me to say? Let me just say this. Don't you settle. Some of you, you've left this in the past, right? This person back here, you could have left this in the past. Look, the intuition ended up at the bottom of the deck. No settling in 2025. Drop that in the chat. No settling this season. No settling all 2025. if someone is interested in you, they will let you know that they're interested in you. If a job is interested in you, if you like, you don't have to chase it. Does that make sense? It's almost like some of y'all are just bored in what it is that you're doing. And that's what the new season is calling you into. It's like, okay, this is not getting it anymore. So what is it that you need to step into in order to be happy? Because some of you, it feels like just a lot of boredom that's coming in, and you're ready for a shift and you're ready for a change, but you also have to create your new adventure. Like you have to determine what do you want to do. No one can do this for you, but go to God and ask the Lord, like, Daddy, how could what is it? If you hadn't already, y'all know I'm big on asking the Lord, like, what is my purpose? What did you put me here to accomplish? And then stepping into that. And it has something to do with your desires, the things that you love to do, the things that make you feel inspired and passionate, but only you know what makes you feel fulfilled. You can listen to 5,100 tarot people and they'll trust and believe they'll have you going in the wrong direction. Because if you don't know you, how can somebody else tell you what's best for you? Does that make sense? Even me, I can't tell you what's best for you because I don't know what you like or what you dislike. I can only speak and say, hey, and use myself as an example to say, man, y'all know I love makeup. Y'all know I love Spirit and Glam and Touche Cosmetics. Y'all know I love. So but it took for me to try some stuff to just finally be like, okay, this is what resonates for me. This is my energy. This is what I like. Oh yeah, I'm passionate about this. Yeah, I like to create this. You're going to have to figure that out for yourself. And some of you, it's like you're waiting for that direction, but the Lord is like, what does your heart tell you to do? What if there's some random thought that comes to you and you just feel like you want to go try something? Try it. You never know. If you're like, it could be ballet if you want. Who? Because it can't. The way these knees set up, that ain't for me. And the toes too, because I'll be watching ballet. I actually really like to watch ballet, but it's like, how you know, you might love ballet. Go do it. Okay, go do it. Come on, 10 toes down. So some of you, this is about just going and experimenting and trying some things. Okay, so you can kind of shake some of this boredom, but only you know what you like. Okay, now clarifying, where's the Lord leading you? That's what I'm getting on this 8 of Cups. And to success and victory, we receive it. And look at his power, divine power. The 2 cards that you have the flag and the thunderstorm, clarifying the 8. Some of y'all have an unexpected departure. I keep getting this card, an unexpected departure that's coming in. The Lord is leading you into, first of all, your power. Second of all, achievement, recognition, success, conquest. Your plans are coming to fruition. There is some divine alignment. There's a storm. It's like weathering the storm, but this is given like, because you've gone through the storm and weathered the storm, that's what is bringing the success in. Some of y'all, you've accomplished it. The Lord maybe had to tear everything down in order to put you at the top of this mountain. Triumph over evil. Didn't I just say y'all broke free from some spell or something, that some hand or whatever this enemy energy, this devil energy is back here, like breaking free from that. The energy has shifted. It feels like it's coming up in the present position. So this is happening right now. Some of you fully stepping into your power, mastery, triumph, trouble, overcoming trouble. For some of you, you finna have some understanding of just how powerful you are. I don't know who needs this, baby, but somebody, it's like the power is going, it's almost, they're showing me like it radiating from you, radiating power and authority. So some of you stepping into your season of success. And I say this, I know I say this all the time, but the Lord had to make you realize and remember who you are and the power that truly resides in you, the power to change your life, your situation, your circumstances. There's something that I pray all the time, and part of the message. Come on, hey Kaja, in the message, in the prayer that I pray, Some of y'all got some powerful friends that are coming into your life as well. But it's like, give me the power and the authority to control and influence my life, my situation, and my circumstances. Because once you realize just how powerful you are, that's what makes you unstoppable. That's what makes you invincible. That's what makes you, because you realize that you have the ability to truly control how you move forward. And so you're no longer moving with the same kind of energy. You're moving from a place of power and from a place of authority. This is not arrogance. This is about you knowing that God is on your side. Come on, Spirit, drop that in the chat. Because God, I move like God is on my side. We receive it. I move like God is on my side. I move like God has given me power and authority. I move because I know the power that I possess. And for some of you in your wilderness season, that's maybe the last test or the last lesson. Remember, I said Queen of Swords and this Five of Cups was given like a lesson. Like you had to recognize and realize your power. And it's the sooner you recognize and realize your power, the quicker you can start to see things change and move forward and manifest and truly stepping into this. Okay. So generational, because my mama's out here, I'm out here. So this is like you knowing that you have that ability to really leave an impact that is going to help generations down the line. So this is how you're changing your destiny. You're changing your narrative, not allowing anyone else to dictate to you or allowing the enemy to keep you in a stagnant season. Everything has its season, so it's not going to happen ahead of time. But there are some things that the sooner you learn them, the sooner you can break free from what could become on the diamond, the spill. I'm telling you, look at the milk. There you go again. As soon as you can break through from this, the quicker you can start to see things move forward and actually create this momentum in your life. Then I say regret. Is that on this card? No, but I said it. I told y'all it's gonna be some folks that regret not seeing your shine, not seeing the brilliance that you truly had. It's that thing where the Lord will keep you hidden. And sometimes I think I mentioned this the other day, and it's coming back on this card. I heard Viola Davis say it. I think it's on the messages I recorded a couple of days ago. So by the time y'all see this, y'all will have heard that. But it's like you can't diminish someone's light who learned how to shine in the dark. And look how this diamond is surrounded by darkness. So some of you I received that because that's literally what it looks like. You learn how to shine in the dark. Shout out Viola Davis. This is purity, brilliance, commitment, unconquerable force. Didn't I say invincible, like unstoppable? That's what's happening for some of y'all because you've let go of anything that it's about saying to yourself. And I did a message a couple of weeks ago that talked about forgiveness, 42:29 on the timer. I did a message that talked about forgiveness. And one thing that I didn't say in that message, when you talk about forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. You forgive someone, whoever this person is back here, you forgive them, not for them, for you. Because when you forgive yourself for what you allowed somebody to put you through, that's the power. That's when you understand what real power is. You don't forgive somebody because to make them feel better. You forgive somebody because there are times when there's certain things, let's say like you were a child and there were things that you didn't have any control of. That's something completely different. But if as an adult, we put ourselves through things, deal with people, deal with situations, deal with circumstances that we have to forgive ourselves for. So some of you, maybe this is about a talk you need to have with yourself and forgive yourself, because there are times when you go through some parts of yourself, or you have to face some parts of yourself. You're not who you used to be, but yes, there are things that but we don't want to have any regrets. And I'm trying to say this the way that they're giving it to me. It's like all of those things that you went through, they made you who you are. They made you shine. They made you brilliant. They made you into this diamond forged under pressure. Forgive yourself for things that have happened in your life that you wouldn't do now. That's the thing. It's not like back then, maybe you didn't know any better, so you didn't do any better. But now that you know better, and now that the Lord has strengthened you, polished you off, cleaned you up, fixed your heart posture, you've given your life over to Him, you're following His instructions, you're letting Him lead, guide, and direct you. Now, He'll still discipline us when He needs to, but now that you know who you are, you can let this go, because all this did was lead to this. Does that make sense? So this talks about leave it in the past. It's over. What's done is done. You can't change the past, but you can forge ahead and create a better future. Okay. Multidimensional. Let's clarity the Chariot. What's coming? Because I feel like the Lord is wanting you to know your brilliance. Drop some diamonds in the chat, like recognizing your brilliance. And yes, we have our times when it's just like, man, I should have done something different. I should have been different. I should have made a better decision. Okay, so you didn't. Do better in the future. That's it. That's all you can do. But for others of you, I feel like you've already let this go, and now it's shine time, baby. It's shine time. Drop it in the chat. So some of you, like, this is really your moment to shine. Because you know who you are, your value. Didn't I say something about your value, your worth, who you are, how the Lord really sees you? It's like you seeing yourself that way, seeing how powerful you are, how brilliant you are, seeing how some of you have, like, this is giving like invincible spiritual power. I don't know, wisdom, knowledge, something like that. So let's clarity the Chariot, the Empress, and the Moon. Some of you, yes, the Lord, He may have had you in that season where you were hidden. You're not going to be there much longer. Believe that. Here we go. You're not going to be there much longer. He's definitely bringing you out. Slingshot, David and Goliath, and the Pioneer out of that. Okay, or at the bottom of the deck. This talks about pressure, launch, put in motion, something. Ready, aim, fire. Some of you, it's like your brilliance. This is the cutting edge, long journey, navigating uncharted territory. Somebody's getting ready to. The Lord finna give you another battle. And I don't want that to sound bad or even to sound scary. But there's some new adventure, some new journey that you're going on. And the difference, come on, Spirit, the difference between this journey and or the journey you've been on previously back here, the turning point, the difference is because this time the Lord is leading you. This, for some of y'all there, which part, like going on, having to go. Some of y'all, a lot of times we take a lot of detours. We take a lot of detours, or you may have gone in the wrong direction a few times, or you finally just had to, it's like trying to figure out what is the best thing for you. It feels like you're finally getting it right. You're finally moving in a direction that's in alignment with your calling. Now, does that mean it's going to be easy? Not necessarily, but it feels like this is a journey that it's like finally just being on target, finally just, come on, Spirit, like finally just knowing your path to walk, like finally. And that's what I keep hearing them saying. It's like, finally, you're on the right path. And I don't know who needs that message, but it's like finally being on the right path, finally knowing the direction that you want to move in, finally moving down a path that has been divinely guided to you by the Lord. Okay. And that's why the victory, the success is guaranteed. Drop it in the chat. It's guaranteed. Your success is guaranteed. Your victory is guaranteed because you're finally following your passion, your inspired ideas. You're finally giving birth to your business. You're finally so the abundance is guaranteed with the Empress that's out here. Receptivity, creation, giving birth, motherly fertility, nurturing stability. So some of you remember we talked about instability, like an unstable foundation. It feels like the Lord is rectifying that. So some of you, yes, of course, you may be moving as well. This could be happening soon because this is coming up in the present position. And some of y'all don't know yet where you're moving to, but it's like, be ready, because didn't I say an unexpected departure? I do feel like some of you may have an unexpected departure. So the slingshot, the pioneer, some of you may be pivoting and going in an unexpected direction. What y'all said, moving. Some of y'all, This is your move in silent season. Drop that in the chat. This is my move in silent season. Who's trying to figure you out? There's some folks trying to, there are certain things that the Lord is going to reveal to you, and there are other things that He's going to tell you to keep it a wrap. Keep it. Nope. Because the thing about it is, we're in a season where we don't want anybody to sabotage our dreams or make you doubt. Some of you, I feel like you're strengthened against this though, and that's like a superpower. This thunderstorm and this diamond, it's like you've been strengthened against this. There may be someone who didn't believe in you or your dreams, but I be telling y'all, the Lord it's a display of power coming for somebody in somebody's life, and the people ain't even gonna believe it, because it's like, come on, Spirit, somebody not expecting you to overcome or conquer these giants that have been in your life. I told y'all, somebody, it's like people, maybe it's your family, right? Telling you that you couldn't do something, but the Lord, because you just continue to stay faithful and obedient and follow the Lord, it's like the Lord's display of power. It's been to show you, like, you ain't got to do nothing on your strength, and you're not trying to do it on your strength, because God gets the glory. So it's like you just sitting back and just following instructions and being obedient, and Padre God, like, that one right there, be listening at me, okay? And do be listening. And so the more you listen, child, the more the Lord can show people, like, let me show you just how tough this person is, and let me show you just how, not what you can do, but what God can do. And for some of you, that's what's happening. There's a display of power that the Lord is getting ready. He finna flex on somebody, and that's just that on that. It's almost like some of y'all, they just said, like, overnight celebrity. People gonna feel like you came out of nowhere, but you really didn't. They just didn't know you when you were out here in the wilderness, or you were out here getting polished up and cleaned up, so you could be ready to shine when it's your time. Bars. Okay, so for some of you with the moon card, remember I just talked about revelation as well. Told y'all, pay attention, because if you set some intentions for this Gemini full moon, you could have had a conversation. There could be something that just happens in this time as we're shifting into Capricorn season, which is all about work and your ethics. And depending, if you're a Gemini rising, then this could definitely be about, of course, well, not even if you're a Gemini rising, you have to see where Capricorn is at in your chart. But the Gemini, because it was the Gemini full moon, it just feels like some kind of way it's related to your work, some kind of communication that maybe you've been waiting on, or maybe a conversation you had, maybe something you applied for. I don't know, but it just feels like something significant is getting ready to shift for you and really help you to give birth to maybe the next part of your journey, your vision, your dream, something like that. I don't know. A pioneer, being bold, uncharted territory, unflappable courage. Just be prepared to be on the move. Okay. Be prepared to be on the move. I feel like, yeah. And the Chariot card here, it's movement. Child, y'all had meant that in y'all spirituals. It's like they just said, like, they ain't ready for you. They not ready. Okay. And it's simply, and it's, again, this doesn't feel like anything arrogant. It just feels like you just have done so much work on yourself to truly step into this energy. And one thing I'm always going to do is encourage people to be and become the best version of themselves. You really don't know who you are until you find yourself in your trials and your tribulations. You really don't know who you are until you dust yourself off and clean yourself up from things that people don't even know that you're struggling with. Like, you really don't know who you are until you can't do nothing but sit and look at yourself in the mirror and face yourself, and face the parts that hurt, and face the parts that don't feel good, and face the parts that you mad at yourself about. Like, you have to do that in order to truly step into this. You can't skip this step. The Lord is going to turn you into this. Not that one. The Lord is going to turn you into this. You're going to turn into, you are already, drop this in the chat, I'm already a diamond. But sometimes, just like a regular diamond, diamonds be hidden in the dirt. But guess what? That's where they become the largest. That's where they soak up nutrients. I don't know how diamonds grow, but the Lord made them just like He made you. But it's like, do they grow? Well, like rocks, I don't know how diamonds are created, but I know one thing, they be buried message, and they got to go out and be dug up, and you know what I'm saying, like you got to, like, they have to go and mine for them. So they're formed in the dark, but baby, when they clean them up and polish them up and shape them and turn them into who they're meant to be, people pay money for diamonds, don't it? So this is the Lord saying, now you realize your worth and your value, and you'll never be diminished again. Once you know your worth, y'all, my nose itches so bad. Once you know your worth and your value, you'll never let anybody diminish you. You'll never let anybody make you question your shine or your right to do so. Okay, so for some of you, that's why the Lord is just like, come on, yep, you ready now. He's ready to take your hand and bring you out of the darkness. Look, another home, bring you out of the darkness and bring you into the light and really become who you're meant to be. Okay, so get ready for it. Okay, that's it. I only had time for one message. I know it's a little dark, y'all. My bad, but I had to get that one message out because somebody needed, man. We going into 2025 with a whole new attitude. Who this? Okay, that's it, y'all. That's all I got. Lord, I hope this helps somebody, y'all. Hydrate your soul and things. Drink your water. Say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and an amazing day in purpose on purpose. Make sure you go shop with me, Spirit and Glam by Germaine, Germaine.com. Okay, go grab you something for the new year. Okay, so you can go into your new year with some intentionals about your life. Okay, I love y'all in real life. I see y'all in the next one. Love y'all. Bye, y'all. Thank you, Lord.